The time has come. It's Friday evening. I decided to start making my fudges to get these knocked out because it doesn't take very long. This comes out every treat making season. It's the only time I use it. 3 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, and you put that in the microwave. About 30 seconds stir, 30 seconds stir until it's about all melted, and then you put it in a slightly. I just spritz it real easy with Pam. And dump it in my pan. That'll be my plain fudge. And then I'll make a batch with this. Oh, and a splash of vanilla. I always put a splash of vanilla in after it's melted. And then I'll do a batch where I'll put some walnuts in here with a splash of vanilla after it's all done melting. And then peppermint with some peppermint extract. And then, so those will be my first 3 batches of fudge. I'll show you when I get done making this first one. I'm at the first 30-second mark and it looks like this, so I'm going to put in for another 30 seconds. Just check it every 30 seconds. That's all you got to do. There we go. And I'm going to go sit on the counter to cool. I'm going to go out in the garage later. 1 down. It took like less than 5 minutes. Okay, 3 are done. Plain, walnut, peppermint. Next 2, peanut butter. I just do this one. I've done this one for the last several years like you see on Facebook and stuff. 16 ounces of peanut butter, 16 ounces of frosting. I do 1 vanilla, so it's like a plain peanut butter. I do 1 chocolate peanut butter. So I'll put these in the microwave till they are melted together. Like I say, just check them every 30 seconds, see how it's going. And then pour them in a pan. I don't put any vanilla in these. I like vanilla with the chocolate, but I don't like it in the peanut butter. So here we go. Peanut butter fudge done. Now this fudge will not be as hard as the other one. This is a bit of a softer fudge, so it's much easier to cut, which I like. Because some of those hurt your hand. Next, chocolate peanut butter. Now, the last one of the night. This is a new one this year. I've never made it. 3 cups of the white chocolate chips with that, like I do with my chocolate. With my chocolate fudge. And then I'm going to add in some craisins. I got cherry flavored. And some pistachios. I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to sprinkle a little both in. We'll see how it looks when it's done. Here's my white fudge. I sprinkled a few on top and tapped them in a little bit. So we'll see how this one comes out. This is white chocolate with cranberries, craisins, and pistachios. All right, more tomorrow. Here's my overview. Regular, walnut, peppermint, peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter, white chocolate with the other stuff in it. I gotta get these covered and labeled. Saturday morning, we're gonna start with barks because they're easy to do. Pretty much I break these apart. I miss all these old ones because they're little cubes and you just pop them out. But these I gotta use my muscles that are hiding in there. Break them up, melt this all together, 1 whole pack, which is how much? It is 1 pound, 8 ounces, 1.5 pounds. And then this is Aldi brand of Oreos. And I'll take these out and just quarter them and put them in a little container. And then when the white's all melted, I'll dump in my cookies and mix them up and throw them on a cookie sheet. Okay, I just got some on my screen. Apparently I have white chocolate on my finger. 1 pan, getting ready to go in the fridge to harden up. And then I'll be back later when I start a different kind. Next up, I'm going to make a bark with some M&Ms and I'm going to crumble up some pretzels with a splash of vanilla. And I'll use a pack of the chocolate. So, bark's so easy because you can just do the chocolate and add kind of whatever you want. So that'll be the next one. Okay, here is my peanut and pretzel M&M. I sprinkled a little on top to make it all pretty. Although sometimes they pop off when I break it. But now this goes in the fridge to firm up. My first batch of peanut brittle. In here is 1 cup of sugar, about between 1 and 1.5 cups of peanuts, and a 1/2 cup of light corn syrup. And I stir it up. I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 4 minutes. This just came out of the microwave. I put in a teaspoon of butter and a teaspoon of vanilla, and I'm gonna stir it back up and put it in for like 30 to 40 seconds. And then when it comes out the next time, you put in hey, I'm trying to film here, do you mind? a teaspoon of that. And so you gotta stir it up fast because it's like a chemical reaction. It gets, you'll see the different texture. I won't be able to film that because I gotta do it fast. And that's a well buttered pan. Well, here's my first batch. And every year I do the same thing. I'm like, just hold it to 1 cup of peanuts and not more. So my next batch, I'm gonna do 1 cup and see how it looks. It'll be a while. This pan is piping hot. I gotta move it to the end of the table and let this set up, and I'll break it up a little bit later. But I'm hoping now some of my bark set up so I can break that up to take it to the garage. Peanut cluster time. I took a pack of that chocolate bark and I will melt this down the microwave, add a splash of vanilla, and just add peanuts until I like the consistency of the chocolate to peanut ratio. And then I will plop them on some foil on that. It's Sunday morning and these are cashew clusters. Kitty, you do have to come in here and talk to them right when I'm getting ready. Okay, she turned around. These are cashew clusters. I got peanut clusters over there. And then I think next I'm going to do my nougat, but I got to get these in the container. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm going to make my nougat. I know the lighting in it isn't the best in here today, but I have 2 10-ounce packages of marshmallows, 16 ounces, 2 8-ounce bags of white chocolate chips, and 2 tablespoons of butter. The last few years I've tried to do this. I've done it on the stove. It's a disaster because it'll start to burn. So I want to put it in the microwave and help me because I don't know how this is going to go. We're just going to see what happens. And then when it comes out, you stir it up and get it all combined. You put in 2 cups of gumdrops. I always use the cinnamon and what is it? Peppermint, spearmint, wintergreen. And then you put it in a pan. You put it in a pan. Oh man, I'm kind of scared, but here we go. It's actually working out pretty well. I'll have to remember to use this bowl next year to make this. I got to put it in for maybe another 45 seconds because there's still some chocolate chip chunks in here, but hey. And butter's over here melting. Okay, yay. I thought I was going to have a mess, but it is some sticky stuff to deal with though. I will say that. Okay, just dump my, you know, those things. Gumdrops in. I'm going to whip it up real fast and put it in the pan. Put it in the fridge to chill. Time for avalanche cookies. These are a favorite. What I tell you, you're going to say, why does it look like so much more? I'm doing a double batch. So I'm going to tell you what it is just for a single batch. In here, I have a pound of white chocolate chips and 1/2 cup of peanut butter, which I will melt in the microwave together. And I'll stir it when it comes out, and I'll add in 2 cups of Rice Krispie Treats and a cup of marshmallows. Stir it up real fast and do drop cookies. And then you put them in the fridge to chill. They're really good. But okay, off I go. Here they are, getting ready to go in the refrigerator. Okay, if I sound a little weird with this one, I've had dental work done. So, this is called butterscotch candy. I've never made this one. Don't know how it's going to taste. If they're more like no bake drop cookies. I hear the cat doing something. This is 12 ounces of butterscotch chips and 12 ounces of white chocolate chips that I'm going to melt into the microwave. And are you okay back there? Are you sneezing? She's getting in something. When it comes out, this is 1 cup. I got to do another cup. I'll mix in 2 cups of peanut butter till it gets all smooth together. And then we add 2 cups of marshmallows, 2 cups of Rice Krispie Treats, and 2 cups of peanuts. So, and then you hurry up, stir it up, make little drop cookies. We'll see how it goes. Well, here's all the butterscotch. I gotta go wash that, but I had to get a bigger bowl. Because this one wasn't big enough to stir it all up in without making a mess. So I gotta get these in the refrigerator. Next is candied pecans. I have the oven preheated to 240. A single batch is 1 pound, so that's what I'll tell you, but I always do 2. You need 1 egg white, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 2 teaspoons of water, which you put into a bowl so you could get and then you'll dump your nuts in here and get them all coated. And then in the Ziploc bag, I have a cup of sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a teaspoon of salt. And once your nuts are all coated in moisture, put them in there and shake them up. Okay, I've spread them on a couple cookie sheets with foil, and then I'm gonna put these in the oven, and about every 15 minutes I will zhuzh them around. And you wanna cook them for about an hour or so. These stay in the oven a little over an hour. I'm gonna cool a little bit, and then I'll put them in a container. Yeah. I might have to eat a nice hot one right here. Very good. The last thing, Buckeyes. And here I have a cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, and a cup and a half of peanut butter. I'm gonna melt this together in the microwave and then add a half a teaspoon of vanilla, and then I will stir in 6 cups of powdered sugar to make like a dough for the inside of the Buckeyes. Man, the hardest part is getting that 6 cups of sugar incorporated. I'm sure there's some in the bottom corners that'll just get thrown away, but I got my dough ready and I'm using my little cookie scoop to make all the balls the same size. And I'm gonna fill up this tray. Here's my little balls. I stuck 2 picks in them about halfway, so they're my dipper sticks, and I'm gonna put these in the freezer to get nice and frozen. Okay, just took these out of the freezer. They're nice and just frozen solid. Just melted my chocolate, and I will do the whole dip and put on the tray. Finally, my last treat is complete. Now I'll just pull out the sticks and put them in a container to put out into the garage. So that is my treat making of 2022.